Alright, so my name is James Ruffer, and I'm going to talk to you about a couple things I do during the day and just try to bring awareness to the subject of the dark side of social networking. So social networking, if you don't know, is a way to communicate. A lot of people use, can I keep going, or is it, do I have to actually wait for this? My bad. Alright, social networking. So, a way to communicate, people use Twitter, Facebook, things like that. But with regular conversations that you have, there's always that eavesdropper, right? The person behind the booth kind of listening to you. Well, there's also some eavesdroppers in electronic as well. Some people call them hackers, I call them information gatherers. So this is how marketing wants you to perceive how social media should be done, right? You have one person that basically puts information out for you to read or listen, but this is how I perceive it, right? So I want it to come through me so I can hear the conversation first and then watch it go out. Some people don't enjoy that, but to me it's free information, so why not? My social media information gathering all started with a girl. It always starts with a girl, doesn't it? So minding my own business, watching information go through a public cafe, she calls me fat. And I didn't appreciate that. So I went on Google, basically Googled some information on how to test the integrity of her account, and found it, and replied to her calling me fat, because I didn't appreciate it. Well, by the look of her face as she was running out, I realized that I had gone too far. So I don't do that anymore. But not knowing you, right, imagine what I can do. But imagine what I can do if I do know you. Imagine if I'm a friend of yours. How do I become a friend of yours? By showing you some old pictures of me when I was in high school. But this is probably what it really looks like. But I mean, who doesn't want to be friends with, that guy? Being, friends of this, by saying yes to being friends, you allow me to see certain things, do certain things, and then I get to taunt you with being able to play games, right? So being a friend allows me to give, access to your files, your pictures. Games does the same thing, right? Farmville, all that other stuff, what people see in the background is basically collecting that information, putting it in a database, and then selling it, right? So, the information that's collected is basically your pictures, how much you bought, how many carrots you bought from that stupid-ass Farmville. And then you have apps like this, which is basically how well do you know me, right? So I don't know what genius came up with this, but it's also a concept, because all you're going to do is just click through this as fast as you can without realizing that all of this information is what's accepted to this. So if you ever lose your password, just ask a friend, because most likely the answer to your password recovery is question number 3 from how well do you know me? We talked about permission to pictures, right? So I did some really bad things when I was a kid, but I didn't take pictures of them and put them on my Facebook page, right? I didn't get drunk and hump a woman's leg at Eric's party and put them on Facebook. And the scary part about this is because with pictures, there's actually geocoding, right? So I can actually code everywhere these pictures have been taken. So those sexy pictures that you have that you took as a picture by yourself. I'm not really sure why there's a bear in my picture, but I can find out where you took that picture. So it's not a real good thing. Another scary thing is, imagine that you're communicating with your son or daughter over in Iraq who's been taking pictures using their iPhone with the geolocation, and now I can basically tell you where our troops are in Iraq. And also, interesting enough, whoever came up with Foursquare should run for president. Because I don't know who came up with the idea, or he's been able to convince you that checking in and telling everybody your spending habits is a really good idea, right? So congratulations to Michelle, she checked in, and she is the mayor of the Bank of America ATM. And someone was nice enough to take a picture of the ATM to show that it is an ATM when I thought maybe it wasn't an ATM, but it is an ATM. So again, I mean, that kind of stuff is kind of scary. We used to have Foursquare back in the day in New York. You're gonna ask, and some guy said, "Hey, you want to buy a watch, or do you want to buy something?" On the back of a truck, you would run to it because you might get a really good sale on a VCR or some type of electronic device, and then you would call all your friends and have them come and bring cash only to get the same devices. But we've learned our lessons, and we realized that we have to take chances in order to get good things or bad things. So, I mean, things literally have to look like this in order for us to stay away from it. What can we do? to prevent the dark side of this stuff, live in a cave or basically use your common sense. Don't put anything online that you wouldn't want to do in real life. So if you go to a party and you carry naked photos of yourself in your purse and show them at parties, just let me know next time you go to a party. So here's my contact information. My name is James Ruffer, and be careful.